You are now listening to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show.
Yes, good morning, everybody. It is the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. I want to thank you all so very much for your loyalty and your support of our program. And I want to thank our viewers via Coca-Cola Broadcasting Stations, channel 32.3 from Modesto to Bakersfield. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. And also to our listeners, 92.5 FM, kfunradio.com, and our free app, which is KFun 92.5. It has been a very, very busy morning, but folks, I have a good friend here in the studio this morning. Her name is Suzanne Federico. How are you this morning?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Now, we always have this conversation. Is it Susan or Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Ah, see? I tell you, I've been saying it right the whole show. And I told my viewers and listeners, I said, coming up, I got Suzanne Federico. But sometimes I get it confused and say Susan. But I'm going to ask her when she gets into the studio. So, so Suzanne, Federico College, gofederico.com. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the history of Federico College.
Well, we've just celebrated over 70 years. And so we're so happy to be in the Valley for so many years and seen it grow so much. And we've been in our same location since, I think, the early 80s. So we've definitely seen a lot of changes, and we're just really excited about definitely the next year. It's, end of a great year. And we're just excited to be a part of this industry that's just ever changing all the time.
I got to tell you, there's been so much to be excited about within this industry, and I'm going to get into this big cosmetology and barber expo that Federico College is helping out with in just a little bit. But before I get there, I want to kind of segue to what you just said. This industry, I mean, it's been around for so long, but for some reason, just recently, you got to admit there's been a boom. And I don't know if that's because of social media. I don't know if that's because of more awareness to the industry. What do you think it is that people are talking more about cosmetology and barbering in general right now? What's going on?
Well, our culture right now, it's changing so rapidly. But one of the really exciting parts is, our young people are taking pictures at an amazing rate. They're taking more pictures in one day on average than their parents did in a whole year. So what do we want to do when we take a picture or a selfie? We want to look great. So people are going into these salons and barbershops and really wanting to get all fixed up, all ready to go for all their day-to-day activities. It's not just let's get ready for Friday night. It's let's look awesome every day.
No, I absolutely agree. So there's a big boom there. And I want to follow a little bit more, too, onto social media, because I feel like people within the industry, not just people taking pictures because they want to look good, but also people within the industry, barbers and hairstylists and, people that are doing makeup are posting their work on social media. And it's becoming a trend to where now these certain individuals are becoming almost like celebrities.
Right, it's almost become their business card, so to speak, but it's an interactive business card. It's not just a name with a static picture. It's live and right in your face, so you can really see, oh, do I want to go to that barber or this cosmetologist? And you really get to introduce yourself kind of as a package of this is who I am and this is what I do. And it just brings out the creativeness of this industry and all the creative people that are involved in it. And you just learn every day from somebody and get excited and feel the passion that people have for it. So
no, definitely. And what are some of the things right now, if somebody's tuned in, if you're an aspiring cosmetologist, what are some of the things that you would recommend before signing up at Federico College? Do you want them to be motivated, to have the passion to be in the cosmetology industry, or can they learn that also when they go to Federico College and say, hey, they might improve on their motivation just by joining the college?
I would definitely say we have so many different types of students, and some of them come to us and say, hey, I've been cutting hair since I was 12, just on Friends and just practicing and just getting into it. And then some say, I was looking in a magazine and I saw this great hair look and I thought that looks like fun to do. And I thought, it's such a hands-on social thing that maybe I might want to give this a try. And so we have all different walks of life come in and get inspired.
What are some of the things that you're offering right now? Because I know there's some new programs as well, right?
We have barbering, cosmetology, manicuring, and our aesthetics program now includes mud makeup.
Ooh.
Which is makeup designery.
Now, tell me about this makeup designery, because makeup is like a whole nother world, right? Because, I mean, when people say cosmetology, a lot of people first assume, oh, haircutting or a hairstylist. Cosmetology is so much. I mean, there's so many different things that is involved in the world of cosmetology, right?
It is. It's very vast, and that's kind of what makes it exciting for someone that this is their career. It can span like many, many decades for them. So it's great to keep coming back to that industry and finding something new that you might want to pursue that's within that. You might want to do blowouts all the time for hair. There's blowout bars, and that's all you do. And it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing place to go. It's fun. They're almost like going to a club for a little while. And then there's everything down to more the specific makeup areas, such as eyelash extensions and all those type of things that you could get into that line into the beauty aspect of it. And it's just really exciting.
What's the joy that you feel? Obviously having Federico College, is there a certain joy that you feel when you see a former student, succeeding in life?
Definitely. You can't not. I mean, and it's exciting, all our instructors working side by side with them, and seeing them come back, all of the students, and them saying, this is my journey that I was on, and this is what I've been up to lately, and to see the joy, and that they not only found a career, they found something they could contribute to their life and their family. It's pretty special.
And we're talking about a family-owned and operated beauty school that has been doing this for 70 years. That's a long time. A lot of successful people have created their lives, built their careers, and built their businesses after being at Federico College and learning from your school. Matter of fact, I mean, I was honored to meet your dad today, Mr. Federico. That was an honor for me. I mean, you guys have been around for a very long time. This rich tradition. Tell me, the community of the Central Valley and Fresno, how great has it been to your college?
Oh, well, there's probably no end that I can even describe. It started, I got to know my grandma, and she was so into education and just like the things that it could bring out in people and the things that people could achieve through education. And this is something that's pretty attainable for people. You know, the time and the hours that you spend, you're really learning something right off the gate. And I think my dad shares that same love for helping people get to that next level, and just it being a really fun, creative outlet as well.
And Mr. Gary Cocola, if you're watching, Gary Cocola, who runs our television stations, Mr. Federico told me the stories of you and him at your high school broadcasting the football game. So, Gary, if you're watching, I got stories on you, my friend. No, but it's really cool meeting your dad today, and I want to thank you for joining us here on the show. Before we go, I want to talk about this big project we got coming up. End of February, Cosmetology and Barber Expo and Convention, Central California. First of its kind. There's never been one. And, you know, there's, you and I were both talking about this when we first kind of started this thing going. And we talked about, there's, these expos and conventions that help out the licensed individuals and the professionals, and they can go to those things. But there's never been an expo where you can walk in and learn about an industry, similar to like when you go to a home and garden expo, or similar to when you go to an ag expo. I walk into the ag expo, I know nothing about tractors. I know nothing about cows and all that stuff, but I like going there and having some food and walking around and meeting new people. And that's what the Cosmetology and Barber Expo and Convention of Central California is going to be. It's going to be a home base for those professionals that are going to want to meet with vendors and network and those things. But it's also going to be the home base for those aspiring individuals that walk into Federico College, that want to be in this industry so badly, but also something that you and I talked about, the students. We're talking about high school students. I mean, my daughter, she's only going to be 11 years old, and she loves makeup. She loves applying makeup onto adults, and she actually does a good job at it. So anybody with a dream of being a cosmetologist is going to be able to walk into that building and learn so much about that industry. First of its kind, tell me what this event feels like for you, and how excited are you for it, being that it's the first of its kind here in Central California?
Definitely so excited, not just myself, but my entire staff and students. They have known about this for a couple months now, and they're excited to be a part of the planning phase. We definitely have some instructors that are going to teach things like braiding, and we have students that are on board that are so excited to help with sharing some of the things they've learned that everybody can kind of have an introduction to, and maybe get their hands on a mannequin head and see if they really want to, try this someday. Yeah. And they are 100% human hair. So
now I do want to say this. You can actually go. Federico College isn't just for aspiring students and people that want to, get their certifications. You can actually go and get your haircut there, right?
You can. We have $5 haircuts these days, and students love to have you come in.
All right. So, Suzanne, Federico, you've said it all this morning. How do we get in contact with Federico College?
www.gofederico.com, or you can give us a call at 559-540-7188. And if you get a chance, check us out on Facebook at Federico College. We're having an ugly sweater contest, and our students would love if you check it out on Saturday and give one of them a vote.
Okay, so ugly sweater contest, and you can vote there on Facebook, right?
Yes.
All right, there you go. So, and all the information is listed right here on the screen right now, 559-540-7188. GoFederico.com, and I'm sure this is not going to be the last time we speak, because we got, I think it's like almost 74 days or something like that until the big expo, and I'll be talking to you many times before we get to the expo. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Cosmetology and Barber Expo of Central California. We're actually giving away tickets here on the show starting January 1st every day until the expo. How about that?
That's exciting.
So stay with us. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.